Hi, I'm Sarah Pyle, the Green Stormwater Program Manager at Pierce Conservation District, and today in this video we're going to be building a mini rain garden. Information for this video is taken from the Rain Garden Handbook for Western Washington, and you can find the link to that in the description. A rain garden is a shallow bowl-shaped garden filled with a special soil mixture, often compost and sand, that helps clean stormwater runoff before it enters local waterways. By capturing and slowing down polluted water from impervious surfaces like roofs, driveways, or parking lots, a rain garden can help minimize stormwater runoff, a toxic slurry of water and chemicals, sediment, and heavy metals that can flow through streets and into local waterways untreated. Capturing and cleaning stormwater on site keeps Puget Sound, our salmon, and our orcas healthy. A rain garden typically has 3 zones. Zone 1 is the area at the bottom. This is the wettest area, often with the deepest rain garden soil. So plant things that really love water here. Zone 2 are the sloped sides of the rain garden, and you should put plants here that can handle a mixture of wet or dry conditions. Zone 3, the berm of the rain garden, is a raised earth structure that helps hold water in during heavy rains and provides a drier microclimate for some of your dry-loving plants. There are a lot of rules on where not to put a rain garden. In general, keep rain gardens 10 feet away from structures to minimize water flowing into your foundation. Since rain gardens are used to disperse water slowly, don't put a rain garden in a low-lying area of your yard where water already pools. After a big rain, rain gardens shouldn't have standing water in them for more than a day or two, so try to avoid areas where the water table is high or your soil doesn't infiltrate well. For more information on where to not put a rain garden, follow your local building codes and check out the Rain Garden Handbook for details on common setbacks. If you live in an area served by Pierce Conservation District, you can request a site visit to get expert help in assessing the best location for your rain garden. The size of a rain garden is based on how much impervious surface area it collects from, your area's annual rainfall, and how well your soil infiltrates. You can find instructions on how to do a soil infiltration test on our website. This sizing chart from the Rain Garden Handbook shows that in Tacoma, an area that receives on average 40 to 50 inches of rainfall per year, a yard with moderately well-drained soil can support a rain garden that is 6% of the surface area the water is collected from. For example, collecting water from a 500 square foot roof would mean that your Zone 1 or ponding area needs to be at least 30 square feet. In our mini rain garden demonstration today, our scale is 1 inch equals 1 foot. And before doing any digging, make sure you've called 811 to mark utilities, because you don't want to locate any portion of a rain garden over a utility. So the first step in building a rain garden is to remove the grass. You can do this one of several ways, either with a shovel, a turf cutter, or you can sheet mulch your yard and let it cook for about 6 months. So in our sizing example above, we're collecting water from 500 square feet of roof, which means that our ponding area or Zone 1 needs to be at least 30 square feet. So we're going to take out our measuring tape and we're going to measure 5 feet by 6 feet. And it's okay to just measure out a rectangle, it doesn't have to be exact. Put pin flags in to mark the width and the length of your rain garden. Place the rest of your pin flags in a shape that looks pleasing to you. So many people choose an oval shape or kind of a kidney bean shape. So really just fill in this area in whatever shape you want your final rain garden to be. So next we can start excavating. And when we dig out the native soil from our ponding area, we're going to want to use that to build the berm or Zone 3 of our rain garden. So you want to excavate down about 2 feet, or 2 inches in our video. Take your shovel full of soil and place it on the outside of the pin flags that mark your Zone 1. Now you can pause here, and if you want to, you can actually mark out the footprint of your berm as well. So take your measuring tape and measure out 3 feet from your Zone 1 flag and place a pin flag of a different color. Go all the way around your rain garden and again measure out 3 feet and place pin flags around the perimeter of your Zone 1. Get a friend to help. Once your Zone 3 or berm perimeter is fully marked out, you can continue your excavation. As you're excavating and building your berm, make sure you're tamping down the soil to retain the shape. As you're excavating the ponding area and building the berm with your native soil, you can shape Zone 2 into a gentle slope. Tamp down the soil to hold the shape. Now that you've finished excavating your ponding area and building your berm, it's time to dig your inflow trench. So this is going to be the trench from an inflow such as a downspout all the way into your rain garden. The first step is to make sure that there are no utilities from the path to your inflow to your rain garden, because we don't want to trench over those. As you're digging, make sure that your trench flows downhill. You can check this with the level if you're not sure. You can plumb the rain garden with a few different kinds of materials, but a common material is 4-inch PVC hard pipe. You want to avoid corrugated plastic if possible, because that oftentimes gets crushed underground and just doesn't last very long. So you want to connect your downspout to your pipe with a downspout adapter, then a short length of pipe, and then a 90-degree elbow that leads to your straight run of pipe. You may need additional fittings if the path from your downspout to the rain garden is not a straight line. Once you have your pipe laid, backfill your trench. So now you have water coming into your rain garden from your inflow, but you want to leave an escape path for the water in case of a big rain event. If your rain garden fills up, you need the water to overflow away from structures. So dig a notch in your berm to direct the flow path away from any structures. Now it's time to add your rain garden soil. So this is a special mixture of compost and sand that helps infiltrate your stormwater very quickly. So begin filling up your Zone 1, and you want to fill your ponding area until the top of the rain garden soil is about 6 inches below grade. You can also add rain garden soil to the slope sides of Zone 2 and just a little bit on top of your berm or Zone 3 just to give your plants a little extra nutrients. Once you've finished laying your rain garden soil, try to avoid walking in the ponding area because you don't want to compress that nice fluffy soil you just put down. Now it's time to mulch. Use a good quality arborist wood chip mulch and lay the mulch over the entire surface of the ponding area, Zone 2, and the berm, about 3 to 4 inches thick. After mulching, you can armor your inflow and overflow with river rocks. For our demonstration rain garden, we're using pebbles. So you want to add rocks underneath your inflow pipe, and at the end of your inflow pipe you will put in some kind of grate to keep debris from your gutter from flowing into your rain garden and to keep critters out of your piping. So armor your inflow and then armor your overflow by putting rocks in the little notch that you cut for the escape path for your water. Now it's time to plant. Start by placing your Zone 1 plants in the bottom of your rain garden. To maintain your rain garden, make sure that you water your plants during the dry months for at least the first 3 years to help them get established. Make sure that you keep your gutters and inflow pipe clear of debris, and refresh your mulch every year or two if it needs it. Thanks for building a mini rain garden with me. Check out our Green Stormwater resource page on the PCD website and sign up for our quarterly stormwater newsletter, WaterWise, for gardening tips and local stormwater success stories. Links in the description below.